Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Martin Szreter, 3rd of January. Let's have a look on price action of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the all cryptocurrency market, starting from the well-ordered and large trades. So if I zoom out short term on the 4-hour time frame, we have a big green candle, which is telling us that there was a buy zone here. If we change the time horizon, the bubble will be changing, okay? But that's overall what it's showing currently. And this is what we can see in the price action as of now. So, looks good. In terms of the liquidation, that's something potentially worry, but doesn't mean we have to go there every time. It's a 95,500. It's something where everyone can get liquidated. I mean, the old agents who put the futures for 300 leverage. So we need to be aware about these price levels. In the longer time frame, nothing changed. We are still in the good position and way to go in the bull run. And this is the chart I was heading to, which is the comparison of Bitcoin and Ethereum to US 500 and US 100. As I told you and told myself, we need to pay attention that there are a lot of similarities to US stocks and Bitcoin and Ethereum. As we know, US is a leading country in terms of the Bitcoin adoption, especially after Donald Trump election and inauguration in the next 3 weeks, 20th of January. So because of that, these stocks can be even more correlated than they are today. In consequence, we have to measure all of them, right? Because it will be difficult to have a bull run. It will be a huge bear market for those two stocks. So yeah, that's what we need to be aware. And both look still fine and good according to historical performance. We are still in the mode of the bull run for the next at least few months. But the next point, if we go to the Bitcoin 12-month candle and the 6-month candle, we actually got the indicator telling us from MST&x that we had a local top. Local because, that was usually the sign in the past showing us the temporary local top. And we saw it already like yesterday. The same on the 6-month candle. However, what I want to mention is that it's very difficult to trust only indicators. We all know what's happening and how money is flowing currently to Bitcoin from various sources, including countries, corporations, and retailers don't matter that much anymore because we speak big money here. But that's what's happening. The only potentially thing which is a little bit worrying is that we didn't have any week below. It happened already before in the past, like here, for example. But I want to just mention that the weeks usually happens. So when I say week, I mean the week at the bottom of the candle. That would give us still, I was talking about 86,000, which would give us 20% of pullback, which we didn't see. And actually 90, yeah. So that's just for information. Keep in mind that such situation can still happen. However, if we go to Ethereum, and this is our potential profits and futures trades, which we should already be positioned in, this candle looks a bit different. First of all, we didn't have a local top signal like we had before and on Bitcoin, because Ethereum even didn't, went above the all-time high. So we have still a lot of room for movements here. Also, if you look at the 6-month candle, we look at 3,300 was exactly between the years, right? This is how we started the year. Can it happen that this was the bottom? That we will never see the prices of Ethereum going below this level? We had this situation in January 2023, and we had this situation in July 2020, when the starting candle never was reached at this level again. Also, January 21 was almost the same without any single week. So if you're planning to buy more ETH at the lower prices, and if the situation really repeat, you may not get a chance. Basically, it could be the bottom. So yeah, don't panic, but be aware about it. So how the chart looks like on Bitcoin compared to the gold ETF. So first of all, we know that the gold ETF received the money inflows to ETF 4 times slower than Bitcoin did. So basically what Bitcoin does in 1 year, gold ETF did in 4 years. So the charts are different, that we know. However, there are some similarities. And this is what I try to plot it on the chart. So here the current green candle I'm showing is the current green candle here. So the red candle was December and here was October 2005. However, if you see, there is a very similar price action still ongoing for Bitcoin compared to gold ETF. And if this happens in history happen again, we will see the next 3 months only higher for Bitcoin and also alt season in the same time. Meaning Bitcoin can grow, but actually alts can grow even more. So that's something to be aware about. And we can monitor it every single day. And on the daily basis, which the chart is below, we see the same price action, but on daily. So let me just quickly zoom it in, come to the same chart and show you where we are and how similar this chart looked like. We are here. I was also charting the different scenarios, what Bitcoin can do. And if we are in the same situation, the price action is very similar, we could have the following scenario when actually we have the significant pump. So we should break 100,000, maybe 120, 115, then the pullback around the inauguration and the takeoff after inauguration. Will it happen? No clue, but do we have to take into account? Yes, we should. I will take out these scenarios here. Oops. Let me just, or just move it a little bit like this, because 20th of Jan is here. Okay, I can keep it and just move it a little bit different. It's a bit annoying because it's difficult to understand what is what, but yeah. Let's keep it for now like it is. But on the other hand, when I keep it, we don't see the bigger picture. So the inauguration will be here. I will plot it here. Or actually, I will just do the line here because this is something will have a key impact on our price action. Yeah, it's an inauguration, okay? And this is what price doing right now. So if you compare here, this moment, this price action here to the price action here, this is where we are if we compare gold ETF to Bitcoin ETF, okay? It looks extremely similar, guys. So let's have a look and monitor it. It's very funny, and price action is not repeating the same, situations from different instruments, different timing, everything is different, but sometimes it rims. So we have to pay attention to this. Let me just save this chart and we'll be distributed every time since now on. So how the monthly chart looks like, I put some statistics there, but overall on the RSI, we are still way to go and everything looks very fine and very good for Bitcoin. On the lower time frame, nothing bigger change. We are heading to 1 million, 10 million, 20 million in the next 20, 30 years. Long term, you just load the bucks and that's all, okay? Nothing else. And for Ethereum, this is the price action. I was charting this, but it doesn't mean that we are actually in this moment. However, did we and will we break the resistance of the moving average, which is our 6 moving average, 7 moving average. And if the situation would repeat, we have to break this average, okay? I just don't know how we will not see this move, because then we will, mess up again. But let's monitor it. We also can see the candles above and then around the inauguration, down and then pullback. So we monitor it. So that's how the price action looks like. But without zooming out, without zooming in, actually, let's just zoom it out. where we are and where we go, because it's very easier and very often it's much easier to see bigger things on the higher time frame, and that's the case. So if we compare the current month, which is January, and looking into simple price action, we could really see this compared to October and the breakdown next month. So actually, if this they happen, if we not see the cut candle, if we not go higher, we could still consolidate January to break in February. I don't know, but it doesn't mean we don't have to be positioned. We have to position ourselves, and I did it already last 2 weeks and before. So yeah, just sharing the charts with you. In terms of the Ethereum to Bitcoin, we are definitely at the bottom. There is no discussion here, and everyone can confirm. So all data is telling us Ethereum will get the inflow, and BTC versus the Bitcoin will gain the advantage and market share compared to Bitcoin. And because also dominance is showing us the data that the alt season is basically coming. It's not rocketing yet, but it's coming. So if the situation repeats, we can see that the previous support became resistance. It broke actually both back, but broke down back. So it's playing around these levels. Let's monitor it still. Until inauguration, we don't have to have the especially specific breakout. But until inauguration, yeah, maybe we keep chopping here and just let's see and monitor it. However, on the higher time frame, we look really good, and we should receive finally the proper alt season. So and also why? If we look at the excluding top 10 dominance, according to the historical performance, we had usually 4 months up, just only up. We had then pullback and then again up, but I want to say 4 months only up, nothing else, okay? So I can even put it only up. Only up means, man, there is no pullback in the meantime. So that's what I want to say here. Then we have pullback, and then we have again 4-6 months up. So the point is that until March, we should exactly see only up for shitcoins. But yeah, let's monitor it closely. If we look others to Bitcoin, we look very good. Do you agree? You basically look very good. However, the current move could be still a kind of consolidation and to break out only in February. So yeah, just a hypothesis. And others to Ethereum looks very good. We are definitely going against the resistance and want to break out of this pattern. And actually, if you look at the many altcoins, they have similar pattern written on their chart. So once it breaks, we go much higher. So this is how the chart for other looks like. We got a green candle. It looks very well. So at some point we break out, we break it, go higher. But the key question always when. If you have a futures, if you have spot, you don't care. This chart we already review, and this is how XRP, ADA, Solana, and Doge looks like. All of the crypto large markets are receiving the decent volumes. However, again, if we look into the past, even for Doge, for example, we already saw similar situation, like a breakout, pullback, consolidation, and then breakout, pullback, consolidation, then breakout, which could say that actually January, maybe we not see alt season and we go to February. Just to be aware. Don't celebrate too early, but be positioned. In terms of the cycle lows multipliers for Bitcoin, we are at the bottom. On the rainbow chart, we are in the middle, still way to go. On the stock to income, stock to flow, we are still way to go. All the rest is too slow, so we will go higher. Spot ETF inflow, outflow. So yeah, we see the outflows. Actually, let me come back for a second. We see the big outflows, but yeah, it doesn't mean that the markets are closing the bull market. It may mean that the market makers are moving the volume with the Bitcoin profits to the altcoins. So this is how the liquidation heat map looks like. Again, we have quite a lot of liquidation, 95,500. So yeah, let's monitor it. In terms of the Bitcoin trend in the Google, this is where we are. And if we compare it to, for example, 2020, this is where we are. And this is what happened next. So yeah, keeping in mind before you sell too early your spot bucks. Quarterly returns look decent for Q1 for Ethereum. So Ethereum is the strongest performer for Q1 together with altcoins. Bitcoin did already its job end of last year. Exactly. So Bitcoin is asset number 7 worldwide. It's a decent job, Bitcoin. Congratulations. You can rest right now and give us a bit of volume to altcoins. Global liquidity for US at the bottom. So we are very well positioned for the bull market. Elder data like a heat map, funding rate heat map, extremely green, which is also perfect and a good sign for the prices going higher. So to summary, we are looking fine. Today we had a breakout, but I wouldn't be too optimistic yet because we actually can still have a consolidation within January just to break out in February. Just the most important is not to get liquidated, overhyped, and just monitor what happens, right? You have to be positioned, especially for spot. You will never lose, but for futures, still pay attention to the liquidation heat map and the short-term moves. Never over leverage, because the most stupid thing is to lose money in the bull market. And it actually happens a lot statistically. So yeah, that would be everything for today. Thanks a lot for listening and talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.